Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and I am back for more Dark Souls 2. And in today's episode we're going to be starting to work our way through the third and final DLC. And then once we are done with the third DLC, the only thing we have left to deal with boss wise then really that I want to cover is the Dark Lurker boss fight, which is part of the Abyssal Covenant. But we'll get to that in another episode. So for now, let's get to the task at hand, and let's go ahead and make our way to our destination. So we're going to want the Ruined Fork Road bonfire, which is on the way to Scorponok and Dukesdeer Fraser. It's up that route basically. But if you've been following me, then you should already have got to this point anyway. And then from here we are going to go left and through this way, and we're going to walk as if we were going towards Dranlek. So obviously we're going to have to dispatch a few enemies here, otherwise we are going to get annihilated. But if you've been leveling like I have, and you've used the leveling trick that I told you guys about in a few episodes back, then you should be at quite an adequate level by now. I don't believe it, I just got bloody parried. That's quite enough of that, thank you. Son of a diddly. I want to lure this guy out this way a minute, because otherwise the minute I come around this corner he'll jump me, because there's another guy this side, and if you go to try and deal with these two first, you get jumped by the guy that's behind you, and it doesn't end well. Now there'll be an invisible guy down here as well, but actually we can probably ignore him if I can just get to... there it is. Oh, forgot about him. Come on, out of the way. So we want to follow this path up through here. Now in the third DLC there is actually an item that we're going to be obtaining that will allow us to actually see those invisible guys properly. And it will mean that we'll be able to go back to the Shaded Woods and go collect all the items there without the risk of getting caught out, because we'll actually be able to see where they all are. But we're a little bit of a way off that just yet, and we'll take this one step at a time. So here we are in the third and final DLC. This is the DLC of the Ivory King. And the Ivory King is not particularly nice. Now, I know for a fact that in the original Dark Souls game, and possibly originally in this game before they patched it, there was a way to one-shot the Ivory King. But then they went and patched it. And quite rightly so, to be honest. It was a bit of a cheap way of killing the Ivory King. So this is Elon Lois.
The old chaos hunger still.
I can't remember whether I'm human or not. Yes, I am. But right now there are 0 summon signs. Literally diddly squat. Now we are going to have to brave our way through the snowstorm, unfortunately. But once we get past the first boss, we will be able to get rid of the storm. Now with this DLC I'm only going to be dealing with 2 of the bosses, because the third one is basically the same as the first boss. It's just instead of you facing off against one of them, you're facing off against 2 of them instead. And I just don't see the point, and it's also a pig to get to the third boss. And it is an optional boss as well, so... but what I will do, however, is show you guys how to actually access the area in which the third boss is in. I will at least do you the courtesy of that. But if you actually want to see the boss fight, then you'll have to look elsewhere for that, I'm afraid. And I do apologise for that. It's just, I'd need summonings, and the chances of finding summonings down there are very slim. And I suck at getting through that area anyway at the best of times as well. Without trying to sell myself short, it is the bleak truth. Kill this bitch here, unless of course you want to get stabbed in the back. Yeah, always make sure that you kill these guys that are sat down, because if you don't and you move on past them, they will sneak up on you and they will backstab you, if memory serves. Taken care of. There's going to be a few dogs at the bottom here. Invisibility is going to be a bit stirred, unfortunately, so keep that in mind also. Wow, okay. Apparently they outsped me. That was interesting. And a little bit annoying as well, to say the least. And we're not going to worry too much about collecting items at this point, because we won't really be able to see very well for a start, and a lot of the items are also frozen as well, so we need to keep that in mind as well. God, I was really hoping there'd be at least one summon sign here. What am I worrying about? We'll get through this. Actually, there might be one thing we could do. I think, if I remember correctly, there is...
Go back. Always watching.
Pretty sure there's an NPC summon sign around here somewhere. Could be wrong. I swear there was a NPC summon sign around here. Maybe it doesn't appear till later. Alright, well, let's continue on our merry way, and let's see if we can't rectify our death from a minute ago. See if we can't. Oops. Wrong button. I don't know how on earth dodged that backstab. I'm a little bit irritated at that, because it was performing the action for it. Technically the backstab should have gone off. There we go. Don't worry about that elevator for now, we'll clear that later. Get rid of her. What? Come here. Right, now I'm just wondering whether I can perhaps shoot those dogs from up here. Although I can't really see them very well. Where are they? So there's our soul orb just over there. Oh, there's one of them. I can just make them out. Oh, they're on their way up. God. Whew. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to use my flasks to heal for now because there's multiple bonfires that we're going to go through actually before we even get to do the boss fight. Right, I'll take those souls back. There is an item to be had just here. I'm pretty sure there's another item around here, but I can't really see very well, so I'm going to come back once I've eliminated the blizzard and then I'll get it, because we're going to have to come back through anyway, or we physically have to come back through in order to get our hands on certain things that we need for the second boss fight. So but I'll explain that a bit more when we get to it. Got ourselves a mage shooting at us from somewhere. I can't see where. Oh, come on. Right, where is the mage that's shooting us? Oh, yeah. We should probably kill her as well. She'll only stab us in the back if we don't. Although, having said that, I can't remember if they only start doing that once the storm has lifted, or whether it's as of now, as it's been so long since I've actually done this DLC. My memory is a little bit faint. I thought there was another one there somewhere. Oh, come on. There's not gone according to plan. There we go. Get him out of the way. Right, now for the mage. Now the mages have slightly more health than those other ones that we've just been killing. And they can hit slightly harder too. Just to put it out there. But they can be easily dispatched as long as you're careful. Right, so we've got another one here. I should also point out that they're a lot harder to backstab as well, so just keep that in mind as well. Oh! What the hell? I don't even know how that magic just hit me from around the corner there. That's ludicrous. Oh, God. I need to just fall back a minute because I'm being absolutely hammered. Doesn't help that I didn't see that second guy come out. If I'd known he was there, I'd have dealt with him first. I didn't realise he was there. I know, let's try and match their magic with ours and see what happens. Got to be worth a shot, right? That did some damage, I'll give it that. That went well, not. Right, that's him dealt with. Now, where's the other guy gone? There was two of them. Where's the other one? Has he ran back through? Yeah, he has. There he is. I can see him. Come here. Oh, so the normal ones can do magic as well. Okay, fair enough. said, it's been a while since I've played this, so my memory's a little bit fuzzy in places. But I'm going to try to guide you guys as best I can. Obviously Dark Souls 2 has been out for a very long time now, and most of you probably already know what's what. I suspect there's probably still the odd new player here and there. That's him dealt with. Just happened. There we go, that's him dealt with. Right then, up the stairs we go. Now this is where things get a little bit interesting, because there's quite a few enemies in here and we need to take care of them, well, ideally in a certain order, if we can. Because I know for a fact there's a few dogs at the back there somewhere. If we kite them one at a time, I think that would be the smartest move we could make. Oh great, they've all decided to come at once. That's him dealt with. How on earth did you manage to hit me just then? Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. The only thing I can think of is I mistimed my roll, perhaps. For God's sake. Whoops. God's sake, that stupid bloody dog keeps getting in my way, keeps interfering. Get lost. Annoying little pachyderm. Right, what's through this door? I need to just get my bearings for one moment. Right, that's the way we want to go in a minute, but not yet. We'll deal with that door in a moment. First, we want to go this way. What was up here? Oh yeah, we can't get those chests just yet because they're frozen, so we can go ahead and leave that for now. So now we're going to start clearing this next section, I think. Blocked that just in the nick of time. Where is he? There he is. Again, we're going to skip past this bit because, again, the storm is blocking everything right now. And here's our next bonfire. Right, how are we doing for time on the recording? We're at 20 minutes. I think we can go ahead and proceed to the next section. Though this next section's quite a pain in the bum, if I'm honest. Dealt with. Whoops. It's really not easy to see right now in this storm. So far though, they haven't made any moves against those ones sat down, so I'm just wondering if perhaps they won't start attacking until the storm is gone. I could be wrong though, of course. We'll find out in due time. So if we carry on up these stairs through here, and for a brief moment we can now see what we're doing again. Now watch yourself on this bridge, there is a archer that can shoot us from here. Okay, so that door down the end there leads to the optional boss fight. Well, I say optional boss fight, all three of these fights are optional, I suppose, but what I mean is that leads to the boss that I won't be dealing with, because it takes you down there, down into the snowdrift down there. I'm not going to bother opening that door right now, because those chests are literally frozen solid, so there's literally no point. I don't trust you one bit, so I'm going to go ahead and kill you. Now we need to be careful on this next bit because of the sodding crossbows. And those invisible guys are here somewhere. Don't think we've been followed. No, I think we're alright. That chest's frozen, so we can leave that for now. Right then, across this next bridge. Oop. Almost get ambushed. Luckily I spotted it in the time. That's him dealt with. So let me see here. I can activate this and it will activate the lift for us. Don't actually know how to get all that crap off the lift though. At least it moves the lift up, I suppose. Get rid of him. Now there is a ladder up that way, but again we won't be able to see it right now because of the storm, so again we're going to leave that. I know it seems like I'm speed running through all of this, but there is a good reason for it. Always being a bit of an arse. And you're probably also wondering why we didn't just go straight through the boss gate. Well, the reason for that is because we need to go pick up an item that's going to allow us to actually be able to see the boss. And it's also the same item that will let us see all those invisible guys back in the Shaded Woods as well. It basically commands that which cannot be seen to be seen. Here we go, this is it. Eye of the Priestess. Or Eyes of the Priestess, rather. With that, we can now go ahead and start working our way through the next section and back to the first bonfire. He dodged me. Come here. We'll have less of that, thank you. Through the fog door. And this will bring us to our next bonfire. Right, let me just see where we're at. 27 minutes, that's probably just enough time to get back to the first bonfire, I'll wager. And then next episode we can go ahead and deal with the first of the bosses that we're going to be dealing with. Right, now this is tricky because I mean, right now we should be alright, I suppose. Let's sake, another backstab that's gone wrong. Oh, I'm stuck on the lever. Ooh, you sod off a minute, I'm trying to heal. Whew, dear me. Right, now, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, ow. Those giant statues that are in there, ideally we want to avoid killing people near them, although right now they're frozen, so I would assume it would be alright to go ahead and... Now you can damage them while they're in statue form. Yeah, right now because they're frozen we don't have to worry so much. Invisible walls again. Right, now that we're just left with that one, let's go down and introduce ourselves. For God's sake, not again. That's really annoying. But yeah, basically what happens is if you kill them too close to these statues, it'll wake them up and then you've got even bigger fight on your hands. So ideally, you've got to be so darn careful on how you deal with them. That NPC, sorry, that invader is an NPC, so we don't need to worry quite so much. I know exactly where he'll be and how best to deal with him. Bloody mage. How on earth did that miss? Oh, sod off! That was really annoying. Do you know what? Sod this. Bloody hell. My magic hardly dented them. What the hell? Oh, no, I'm dead. Well, at least we haven't got far to go, I suppose. I thought my magic would do at least a little bit more damage, though, I must admit. Another backstab that's not gone the way it should have. See, it is possible to kite them all out of the room, which is essentially what you need to try and do. But obviously it's not very easy. And that is another really annoying feature to this game. A feature that I'm really pleased to see is not in this new Elden Ring game that I've been playing, that they've done. And that is that when you are in the middle of a backstab, the enemies on Elden Ring cannot damage you, whereas in Dark Souls they can. And I'm glad to see they learned from that and got rid of it in Elden Ring. Because I'll be honest, when I get damaged while in the middle of a backstab on this game and on the other Dark Souls games, it really F's me off. Because it's so unfair, because you literally cannot dodge. It's like, what the heck are you supposed to do? Will you stop dodging me like that? It's so annoying. And again, I'm wearing the ring that speeds up my casting as well. That's what makes it even worse. One of them down. Where's the other one gone? There he is. The other annoying thing is you can't backstab these ones for some unknown strange reason. I don't know why. Right, so now we just have our NPC invader left to deal with for the time being, I believe. Although, actually, having said that, there might be something we could do. Something that if we... oh no, maybe not. I take it back. It's frozen. We are going to want to come back through here later, but right now we physically can't. You did not just try and stab me in the back. You sneaky little... Right, now our invader should be... no. There he is. You'll have to be quicker than that. Bloody hell, can this guy not be staggered or what? Jesus. Oops. Oh, as if he's still alive after that. Come on. Oh, God. That wasn't part of the plan. Oh well. Got him. Yeah, NPC's not the easiest to deal with. I've got to admit, he is a little bit of a nuisance. Right, we can grab this chest. Okay, so now we want to make our way up through here. And then if we just make our way up onto the balcony up here, we can drop down. Our boss fight is just down there. And if we loop back around this way, it'll take us back around to the first bonfire. And that's pretty much where we're going to wrap up the episode for now. 'Cause I think I've been going for about 35 minutes. Let me just check. 37 minutes actually. So at this point, I'm going to call it quits. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye for now, folks. Take care.